Mm-hmm. Okay, that's fine. We'll glue these two pieces together and we'll get underway with starting construction. Alright, 74, 75. So not on here that I can see. It's like a leg piece, so it's not that one. Doesn't look like it's there. completely miss it. Hold on. Wait, is it? Oh yeah, 74 and 75. Maybe it's smaller than I think it is. There's 75. 71. 6. 5. Alright, well we'll cut out 5, because at least we need that. So that's 75. Alright, where are you, 74? There you are, found you. Well, this is going to be fun. Not all the numbers line up. So. Oh. Yo, Trivial, thank you for the follow. Appreciate that. How are you? After your trips today? Nice. Well, I think you deserve it. You had quite a busy morning. So, where are you heading out for? In Brisbane. Oh, I didn't want to do that. Oh yeah, that's right. You mentioned that that at breakfast. Yeah, saw a little bit of it while I was getting jabbed up, but yeah, obviously it'll look a lot better at night with all the lights. So yeah, hopefully that's good. I'd like to see some pictures because it might be something I go out to maybe next weekend or something like that. Because this is going to take forever, so no one won't be out there tonight. part 2, 68, 67. Here we go. So there'll be these two pieces here. Looks like a face. Kind of ugly. But so it's 8 and 7. Alright, let's see which way around these go before I actually glue them so I don't get it wrong. Okay, so it'll be like that. So a bit of clean up there. Wasn't sure if I was going to stream. I thought I might be out after the shot, and I was kind of feeling like that. But I had a bit of a sleep when I got home. Feeling, no, not too bad. They said the effects might not take place until like something like 8 or 10 hours after, so maybe in the morning I'll be completely wrecked, but for now, not too bad. Yeah, not yet. No, feeling good. And the not to put any names out there, but the other two that were with me today as well seemed to be fine. I mean, we had a little walk around the city before we went home, so yeah, seemed to be fine, which is good. So fingers crossed everyone's fine tomorrow. And yeah, obviously they'll need to get their second, and then I think it's boosters after that, but I don't think that's going to happen until next year, so you know, now I have a choice. I like this. Oh, goddamn. No, I forgot to get the cookie, and I didn't even look out for the ice cream van. As strange as it sounds, like, as soon as I was done, I was like, I just don't want to be anywhere near the convention center. So I kind of just like went off for a walk because the others were in the walk-in line, so they were going to be a little bit longer. I literally just found somewhere to sit and like charge my phone and just like play some Pokemon until they were ready. So yeah, I was not thinking about the cookies or the ice cream or the freebies. I think the only thing I picked up again was the water. I didn't even bother getting like the little sticker to say congratulations, you had your shots. So well. Next pandemic I'll remember, so yeah, thanks for popping by, and yeah, awesome. Hope you have a good time, and yeah, send us some photos because I'd love to see what it all looks like. But enjoy your time, and if I'm still around, pop back, but probably be off by like 10 o'clock, something like that. So we have a choice. We have the more organic or the more mechanical, and I'm always going to go for mechanical. So let's do that one. So for that we need. So we got the seat. So we'll need leg 76 and 77. So this one. So this is the base here. So this part here. So we've got like the mechanical feet, little skull on the bottom there. And then 76, which is not on here. It's on this one. So we could have gone with this. This is quite nice. I like the let's see if we can get it in focus there. Got the little orc like probably tattoo brand or something like that maybe. But we're going for the mechanical one, which is this one here. So we've got all the like pistons and like I don't know my mechanical terms, but all the springs and sockets and stuff like that on there. So grab that one. Clean that up. How's that off? I think this is fine. we'll probably base over it anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Let's glue this together. So that just goes in like that. Let's pop him down there. And then that will eventually connect in there. And we have our two legs. So I might just clean up a little bit of that because that's not quite fitting in. This is a new model, so I think the mold lines are very visible, but it's not too bad. So we'll just clean up a bit of that as well. We'll probably could use a file, but if you're careful with the knife, you can do it with the knife as well. And we're just cleaning up what we can, because at the end of the day it's going to add some texture to the model anyway. Alright, so we got that. Alright, so we need the body for this guy, or the upper torso, which they are saying is 70 and 71, so I'm guessing that's going to be somewhere here maybe? Oh no, there they are. So we've got 70 and 71. I guess these are the variants here, so 83 and 84. So again, like, there's like little panel on this guy that is pretty cool. But I just like the addition of like, you can't really see, it's like a piston or something sticking out there on both sides. So then there. So I think that'll work a little better. So we'll clip those out. Clean those up. Let's put these two together. Wait, do we? Yes. Okay, cool. How do they go together? I think it's just like that. Okay, that's cool. No. Oh, I had another follow. I apologize. 1988. Diane Hicks. Thank you for the following. We are building these new orcs from the Warhammer 40,000 series from Games Workshop. So they are called Squighog boys. So that's 3 of them there, and then if I just move over a little bit more, we've got the other 2, and the one I'm very, very excited about building, which will be easier to show here, is this guy. Oh no, it's going to be too bright. This guy. The little goblin on his little wheel there. Yeah, just popping it all together today. See what time it is. We'll have to undercoat off stream anyway because I can't do it in my room. And then, yeah, again, depending on time, probably start putting some base colors down, but if not, that'll be for the stream tomorrow. I used to have notifications for when people followed, but I've not logged on to Streamlabs and grabbed those, so I'll have to try and remember that for next time, so I'm not forgetting. Okay, so we'll do the leg first. So that will be this one. Plug him in there. If I can get my hands to cooperate here. Okay. And we'll just apply some pressure. So I think for this, yeah, the mold lines are not that great. So we'll grab some green stuff before we undercoat and just fill that out where we can. I got another mold line on the tail there, so that's okay. So that's the legs. We'll do the midsection next. Let's pop some glue on here and around the seat, because I assume that's where it's going to connect. And we'll glue that on. So it looks like if you've got this model as well, alongside with the pistons facing out. Hold that, let that dry. Luckily plastic glue, because of the way it works, it starts to bond the two bits together as well as become an adhesive. It won't take long for that to at least dry to a point that we can keep going like that. And then the head. So the hands, so he is looking down, looks like he's going in for a headbutt. So I can kind of see why they say, you know, maybe use the spiky boy here for that one, but we've not done that. We've got the little orc symbol here. So let's apply some glue on here. And we'll plug him in like that. Give that a moment. Alright, so we've got our guy there. Looks pretty cool. Like, I really like the models. The face is weird though. Like, it's not, doesn't look anything like a squig that I've seen before. So they've really done well with the design. So just gonna pop him there. because I assume we'll be doing the rider. Flip our page. Nice. Alright, rider time. We need to build the body first. Oh, that's not in frame. We need to build the body first. So we've got the 2 bits there for him, which will be 90, 91. Oh, hold on. We've got a raid. Thank you, Twiggy, for the raid. And Kochi, thank you for popping in. Yeah, so we're building, and very, very casual stream today, putting together these guys. Squig boys. And was just saying before, very much looking forward to painting up this little guy here. This little goblin on his little squig. So, going through quite a few. It's actually not as many pages as I thought it was going to be, considering there's, I think, 5 of them. But, you know, the process will take its time. How did you go in your Zelda adventures? I saw up to getting to Kakariko Village before having to switch. Nice, nice. Yeah, was not sure if I was going to do this today. Was kind of paying attention, but also kind of asleep. Not asleep, resting, because I was awake while watching your stream, just to kind of gain some energy, because I think the shot knocked me out a little bit, but feeling a little bit better already. So yeah, just putting these guys together, so that I can get on and paint hopefully tomorrow, which is a little more interesting, because a lot of this is literally just looking at this and being like, where's the next part? Because I've got one bit from here. I think the other bit might be somewhere else. So that was down here. It's Tam. Hey Tam, how you doing? I am good. I am struggling to read numbers at the moment, because these are not in any particular order, which does not help when you're trying to find a piece that could look very similar to something else. And it will be on the last sprue I look, I can guarantee that. It looks like that, but that's not it. 91. I mean, theoretically it should be on here, but it's not. Wait, yes it is. Oh my god. It's a lot bigger than the piece in the description. Alright, that's cool. It's in an awkward space. I can't really do this on camera. Alright, got our 2 bits. This looks like the torso for the war boss. Looks like we've got some sort of like claw cloth scarf hanging thing. I don't think it's his arm because it looks flat, like it's super flat. We'll put it together and see. Maybe it is. Use the knife that will probably give me tetanus at some point. I think if I ever have stream goals, that might be the first thing I do, is replace knife. And I do apologize that there will be some silence, because a lot of it is just concentration on my part, and I'm not in the mood to be fighting for copyright claims with music. So if you've got some music and you just want this on in the background, that is absolutely fine with me. Problem is, even though I complain about the age of this knife, and it is a standing knife, I think I can. It might be at the end of its life, because usually, so with standing knives, they'll have bits that you can snap off to replace the blade. This is definitely at the end there. But it's also been, it was probably given to me by Dad, so he's probably had it for like, 10 years since I've had it, and I've had it since I was like, I don't know, 13, 14, something like that. So it's been around for a while. Be sad to give it up, I think. Yeah, that's true. Probably could. That's probably exactly what that does. But I'm a bit worried about the screw on the back, because it's very rusted. And it's still sharp though, like it's not like it doesn't cut. It just looks like it will give you tetanus as soon as you use it. What am I doing? Is it that way? This way? Is that? Oh, that's supposed to come off. And our legs, please be on this, so I don't have to go hunting for 93 and 92. Cool. There's 92. There's 93. Awesome. I'm just like very disappointed about this model though. I don't know if you can see, because this camera is actually not on autofocus because of when I was painting it would keep moving in and out. But there's seam lines everywhere on this model, like in the most like inappropriate places. So we can get rid of some of it, but some of it's gonna have to stay. I had no problems with this guy. So this is the guy I previously painted. He has no seam line issues. He just has like me being bad at gluing things, and there's a big seam just here on the leg that I could putty up. Like I could putty up and fix it, but I've turned it into a cut. But that had none, and that's like, this is literally new. This is this week new. I don't know how old that model is, but just wondering if maybe like the first few prints of this are going to be crap. So again, this is going to just take a little bit longer than usual due to clean up, or at least as best I can. That'll do. If we can at least just clean up the pants, because the metal we can kind of get away with that. Oh, okay. So how does this work? Because they've got like insides. Are these just gonna like, I guess they might perfectly fit. Okay, that's alright. So it's saying to glue this guy on first. And then before that dries, we'll glue the legs. Oh god, this is a nightmare. That's a bit, okay, there's a pin, that's fine. This side doesn't have that? It's here. Alright. Yeah. So we have a little dude, well, part of, riding the Squig. This is looking good. And we have a face choice. 88 and 89. So 89 being this one. So we've got big earring on one side, and then we have basically Screamy Dude with Mechanical Eye, which is gonna fit in with the legs, so I don't really think that's a choice either. We're going for Screamy Dude, Mechanical Eye, and basically the headpiece that Yondu has from Guardians of the Galaxy. So clearly the right choice there. Yeah, same ones. No. Glue that. There he is there. And 94 for the arm. Ooh. Oh, yeah, cool. Alright, let's get this arm on. Oh, and that connects in there. Well, assuming we can get it all to line up, because there's always the hard part. So, I'm actually gonna just put some glue in here. We're gonna have to be very careful. Yes, perfect. So you probably missed all that, but these two parts here connected, and we needed the arm to line up. That actually wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. So that's cool. I'll pop him there. And another we'll do that. Grab the shoulder pad, which we do have a choice for again, but the what would you call this? Punisher looking shoulder pad is definitely going to fit in. It's just more there's just more going on. Like it'll just be funner to paint. Because that's a word. Stick this on. Where's that going? Up here. It's technically optional. Could just have the cloak there actually, but too late. I cut the piece out. So that'll stay on there. Man, this is actually looking really cool. And what else? We've got 78, 79, 78 here, which is this pole just here. And what was the other one? 79. There's one of them. There you are. Cool. So got a little Orky flag that will pop on the pole. We've got a little standard for him. So we're just coming up to the first hour and we have one guy. I'm gonna blame most of that time on cleaning up these stupid mold lines. I'm not gonna get all of them. And I do have a box of files, but I find that files can damage the model more so than actually help clean it up. So we'll just do it very carefully with a knife. And anything that's left that I can't get to or can't be bothered will be designed like that. But like this is just super obvious. And we can get rid of that. We got things like weld lines and stuff like that, but they generally don't line up that even, especially not for orcs. together. Oh, that's cool. See, they can't clean up the model, but then they have like, oh, this is going to be impossible to do. So there's a little indent for where the flag's going to sit. Like, it's so inconsistent, but just as long as I glue it the right way around. And so that nice. Bring this guy back. We got the little hole there for the flag. Just pop some glue in there. Oh, and there's a little square here. So little square there for the other part of the flag to sit on. Like that. So that's pretty cool. And then the last thing on the squig for the moment is this like little fuel tank. Let me find it first. So just here. Keep forgetting there's a camera that I need to be aiming at. So, yeah, very carefully. Just trying to remove these seam lines on the mold. Which I'm not gonna get all, and it actually doesn't bother me as much, apart from, you know, you pay for quality, so they shouldn't be there anyway, but it doesn't bother me as much because it's an AWP thing, and a few seam lines are gonna just blend in with the rest of the model, to be honest. So that's fine. And so this just trying to work out. So there. Okay, so that just sits on there. And again, this is just like the opposite end of, you know, complaining about seam molds and then them having pieces that fit basically perfectly on the model, so that it actually looks seamless when you glue it on. And what I mean by that is there's no like holes. Like obviously they needed it for the leg, so we'll have to clean that up, and where the face hits the body. But yeah, this little tank of fuel just sits quite nicely with the contours of the tail there. So again, some parts are really good, some parts not so much. Pop that. Pop him there for a minute. Okay, so wait, hold on. What are you showing me there? Oh, I thought we had a choice there. Okay. Oh, we do. Ah, no, I see. Confusing. So, we can have him holding the chainsaw blade thing, or the gun. And then on the second part, we have the gun and another blade that's sort of sitting in here on the back. Well, I definitely prefer him holding the chain blade, and we'll put the gun on the back. So let's do that. So chain blade is 95. Into this one here. I mean, technically we could put that on the back as well, and then he'd just have two lots of blades. But we'll see. We can at least give him this. Clean this up. Okay. Let's give him this chain blade. Bit of glue on there, and a bit on there, just to be safe. And then, which way is it? Up. There you go. Just hold that there for a second. And there we go. This is a very tall model now, though. I guess it was always going to be tall with the flag, so that's fine. I'll just pop him down. I don't really want anything to lean on the sword. Cool. Alright. And lastly, for 1 of 5, the gun. Yeah, we'll do it. I was going to give him the other sword, but I think I'd give him the pistol. So that's just, yeah, this part here, part 100. Cut that out. Alright, I think that'll do, because I can't spend all day cleaning up all of those mold lines. And now just to work out how this fits in. So it's saying that it just sits in here, is that right? Like, wish I had an example. I wonder if there's one further on. No, just looks like we just glue that on wherever. That's fine. We can do that. So we'll just find a good spot. Oh, there's a... Okay. I guess it would sit on its side, or do we just glue the handle like right up against here? It's hard to say. Or is this supposed to connect somehow? Nah, that just looks like a handle for a switch. Do we do it upside down? Or just glue it upside down? I can leave that too. Let's pop that there. He's done. Let's give him his base. So he's the big boy base. We can just come back to it. Or we can work it out later. So put a bit of glue there. Pop him. Under. And then I will usually just put a bit of glue around the joint of the base and the basing material there. Oh yeah, we are 1 of 5. So we'll just pop in there. Run our page. So hopefully these guys go a bit quicker, because we've got, so it looks like 1, 2, 3, and then the goblin's like 1 page. Oh, you can't see. God damn it. The goblin's like 3 bits, so that's fine. Oh, do we just build the goblin now? Kinda just want to build the goblin now. He gets his own little tiny base as well. Alright, let's do that. So 102, 103 first. I think I saw that on this one. Yeah. So a little goblin. And his other half. And then the face is on one of these bits. So cut. One. Trying to make sure that I can get most of what I'm doing on camera, but this is actually in the fiddly spot, so alright, so we've got our 2 bits there, and then we need the face, which is 101, which is actually in here. This guy here. And then there's a faceplate, which is 104. Which is this bit. And this is cool. So I don't know if you can see, but there's like little scratches, and it's obviously from where his little chin hits the ground, and he scratches it. So we'll clean up these 4 bits and put our little goblin together, and then just for the fun of it we'll work backwards, because that seems chaotic and orky. Oh, and the face. two halves. One, two. That's awesome. So they've actually modeled the tongue in here as part of the body. So when you glue the face on, the mouth's all there. Like I said, the construction is very genius. I'm just very disappointed in the mold lines. And some of them do get covered up. With other bits. So like all the mold stuff here is going to get covered up with this little faceplate thing. And then I didn't do a very good job of cleaning up the bottom here. We'll just make that flat. Put a bit of glue on the wheel there. And pop him. Look at the size difference. It's so... oh, that did not glue at all. The size difference. Like, the little squig is as big as the, almost as big as the orc's head. Fantastic. Alright, let's reattach that. Ooh. So this was 2 for 5. Oh, I'm just gonna... oh, my arm's starting to hurt. Good stretch. So let's put a bit more glue on this guy. He peeled off his base a little bit. Haven't let them dry. And now to work backwards. So we'll do our third guy first. It looks like we've got parts. Is that actually the start? Yep, cool. So we've got part 50. So this guy's done. So pop that over there. We'll see if we need that again. Part 50, so this guy here. So this one actually looks more motorbike. So big boy, very much more organic. Squig guy, very much basically a face on wheels. This one here looks very much motorcycle. And it's got a tiny goblin on the back with what looks like a rocket launcher, and I'll show you when we get to it, but the rocket launcher also has a squig of some sort on it as well. So fantastic keeping to theme on that. we'll just plug this guy out. So it's 50 and 51, just here. And 56 and 55 for the wheels. So that's this guy. Okay, this guy's in the way. I'm gonna move him up here. And you up there. And the ring and gun up there. And let's not hit my camera. Alright, so I can actually bring things into camera. We'll cut this out here. So that's 56 and 55, which is over here. I think I'm just gonna give up on these seams, to be honest. Like, unless they're like easy enough to cut off. We'll just have to deal with it. We might be able to sort it out when we paint and just do thicker paint over the seams. But disappointing. Alright, so we've got our 2 wheels, or 2 wheel halves. We've got our body part 1 here. I mean, they do have a tool that you can buy, and I guess there's maybe not many people buying the deburr tool, but it's such a pain. Alright, and then body part 2. Let's get these 2 together and stop knocking my camera. So, looks like we've got foot and axle for the wheel, and then the undercarriage here. So, this. Okay, So it looks like it sits on like that. So you've got glue there, and then under here. Alright, so this one's going to be a bit tricky to hold in place. But the more pressure we can put on this, the better that seam gap's going to disappear. We'll give this a few more minutes than we'd usually do, just to really get that bond together. Pop in there. And our two wheel segments. So this I kind of like. So you've got like the little again, kind of hard to see the details, but it's sort of like rubber tire smoke from, you know, burnout or something like that. So, or you know, speeding up, that kind of thing. So we've got that going there. But it does want us to glue this on now. So looks like that's going on the axle. And there's a little notch in there that I think will probably line up with something in here, which it does. And I was not paying attention as to which direction this is supposed to go. So hopefully, if we just, I see. So I found the notch. Just make sure that that's sitting straight. There we go. If we have to stand that up too, I'll probably keep that glued in straight there. So I know that's off camera, but that's okay. Let's move on to the second body part, which is 49, which looks like this. So we've got all of our chain and gears happening here. So we'll cut that there. And then our other part is 52, which is down here, which is another axle and then the what looks like the motor or something. Again, I don't know much about cars, so that's probably incorrect. I don't think you'd have the axle and the motor that is. That's fine. Just clean this up a little bit. I realise my music's not playing. Okay, so these two parts. So we'll do a dry run there. So it looks like that's just gonna fit in like that, and again we've got quite a nice connection point to where the whatever motor engine connects. So that's fine. Give that a bit of glue there. There. And just along the edges here. Okay. Now we can put these two bits together. Put a bit of glue on the axle as well. So whenever I have bits that like pop out like that, I'll try and line those up first, and then clip the rest of the model on over that. So that looks really cool. Really like, as I said, love the models. Used to have a heap of orcs. We never had anything this cool back in the day. Coolest model I can remember owning. So I had a lot of boys, had a lot of like war boss stuff. Had some death copters. They were cool because they actually came from a starter pack. Yeah, like a battle box, so a starter set for two new players, and you couldn't get them anywhere else, which is really weird, but also genius on Games Workshop's part. So they were awesome. I didn't have any bikers. Had the death copters. Had a battle wagon, massive tank. And then the I can't remember what they're called, but they're like the longest range for orc weapons, and they can't remember. They were just really strong, like just a lot of dice. So yeah, most of it was foot soldiers, but death copters were awesome. Oh, and killer cans. Killer cans are cool. So they're like the mech version of the mech version of the orc, like the orc version of the dreadnought, but like just shit, like completely shit. So they were cool. I never had a death. Oh, did I? Might have had a death. God, what were they called? Death Roller, maybe, which is the bigger version with the General Grievous arms, so two on top, two on bottom. Pretty sure I did. So that they were fun, but yeah, nothing that took a squig or squig-like creature and then put motorbike wheels on the back of them. So definitely definitely more interesting than just bits and pieces put together to make interesting things like the killer cans and the battle wagon and things like that. And nope, that's not the one we want. We want 40. We want this one. So we've got 45 and 46, which are the face parts for this guy. So it's 1, 2. Ooh, okay. Why has the mouth got a hole in it? What do we... Oh, is it for that, maybe? No. That's so weird. There's just like a big hole there. I didn't cut anything off. Guess it's just the model design. That's so weird. Alright, well, let's glue those together. Just make sure I'm not missing anything here. Yeah, it's definitely just those two pieces. No. Let's put some glue in this little recess here. That should let our head sit in there nicely as well. So we're almost getting done building the squig itself. And we'll get onto the rider in a second. But we've got some armor to put on this guy. So we need 53, 54, 48, and 47. So 53, 48, 47. What was the other one? 54. 54 is up here. Alright, let's cut all these out. And 54, which is up here. Okay, 53, this one. And we've got just a little pad there. So we use this side as the guide, and we'll go glue on the outside and then just on the top of the thing there. And it looks like this just sits on the shoulder. So basically what I do when there's no actual guide here is just move it until it's sort of like it'll just work itself out, and it feels like that might be it, because it's sitting really flush with the skin there. So that's where it's gonna go. It's not straight, but I don't think it's supposed to be. We'll put 54 on as well. So again, just following the lines of the mold that's on the inside. And just finding if there's anything that it sits on. Looks like it's sitting just on the edge of whatever the detail is up here. So then we've got the face plates. So these are the jaw bits. So we've got a little notch here, so that'll help us line up. No, I'm gonna just leave that link alone. But we've got the notch there, and then on the skin side, so this is where the skin, it's gonna hit the skin. It looks like there's a slight divot in there, so we'll use that. So what we'll do is we'll glue in our divot, and then on the notch side, on one, and again just finding a spot where it feels like it's gonna fit. And I think it's gonna sit on the chin as well. So what we'll do is, we know that it's gonna sit somewhere roughly there. So instead of gluing on this one, and then we can clip the front together. And then, so this side's not sitting that well, and that's because it's not in the middle. So we'll just kind of move it around until it feels like it's in place, and I think that's better. And now we've got the join right in the middle of the jaw. You can see it a bit better under here, and things are still sitting quite flush on the jaw as well. So you gotta be quick, but you can get things to line up very well by doing that. Alright, so it looks like we've got our orc to make next. So we've got 59, 58. So this guy here, that's not anywhere near the camera. So this guy here. What was the other one? 58. So this guy. So this will be our torso. So our head's gonna fit in the top here, and we've got a little like sash looking deal going on down there. With this one, we'll just use the inside of the back as our guides for gluing, and then this should just slot right there. Like that. And then 57 for the head. Where are you? Ah, really? Okay, cool. Nice. This will have the little sort of neck cavity to glue our head on. Go. So that'll just sit in there. So put a bit of pressure on there, just so that those bits really fuse together, and we don't get those seam lines for where the glue is, or where the two bits meet rather. And then he's allowed to sit on here. So it looks like the peg is going to be one glue spot, so I assume the other one is two, and then it's just the seat. So we'll use what looks like a divot in the pants there, and then we'll just put a little bit of glue on each of the pegs for the feet there, because I think that's where it's going. And then he's going to very carefully sit in there, question mark. Definitely doesn't want to go. There we go. So they're like very particular. So I guess that's the change I've seen with 40k stuff, is the modelers have designed it and things generally just fit in one way, so we can't have him sitting forward or back without a lot of modification. which is fine. It's just, you know, some creativity in putting your models together can be fun. But that's fine. So that's done. We'll give him his arm, which is 61. So for him, he is getting there's 60. There's 66, which is for the goblin. Is it on here? Nope. So on here. Did I read the right number? Yeah, 61. Oh, it's here. I was reading 58 for this part, but it's actually just here. Okay. Nice. Yeah, that'll do. We've got some nice surface to put some glue on here, so we'll do it on the arm. So this will be this side. They kind of remind me of war gliders. That's what I was thinking. But obviously, like war gliders from the 41st century, 40th. So you'll just sit. Try to make sure that this all gets on the stream. So you can sit there. We've got part 60 for the other arm, which isn't holding anything. I'm guessing it's holding onto the squig. And then for this one, we'll actually use the edge that they've provided on the torso, and that'll let us glue everything we need for there. And that's going to sit fine. We don't need to put any glue on the hand, because that's not going to lift off. And any undercoat will temporarily like bond that anyway, because it's so close. So he is fine. We have a tiny goblin to do on the back. So I'll just cut those out. I won't call out the numbers, but we will get him all cut out. 66. Alright, so this is the rocket launcher I was talking about. It has the little like it's just bound onto the end of the onto the end of the missile. There's something going through it, so I'm guessing, I don't know, can't tell if it's like just there for flight, quote unquote, or if it's actually dead. But there's definitely like a little dude on the end of that rocket. And then the reload has the same. So that's cool. Alright, I think that's all the goblin parts done. So let's glue this guy together. We have the body and the reload rocket. To make up the arm. How does this work? Oh, it's a backpack. Okay, that makes sense. Kind of. Alright. We've got the head. That'll sit on here. No! And then the arms for the rocket launcher. And I might be doing this a little fast. But we'll give him a few moments to dry. But that finishes off our third of 5. So 2 to go. And where are we at? 2 hours. Do I do them all tonight? It's already 9:30. Do we go till 10? Let me finish this guy, and we'll see. And what I mean by that is actually glue this goblin onto the bike here. So, looks like a foot's gonna go in there and here. So we've almost got it right. Looks like there we go. So it looks like that goes on there, and then we've got there's a chain that's connected to this orc. So we'll just put a dab of glue in there as well, and then we'll just reconfirm those points there. So the 3 normal sized squigs, we've got these bases, and they're all the same. But we can just grab one here, find a good spot for that to sit. So maybe like that, probably a little bit further back. Nice. And then we'll just do what we did last time and just give the contact points a bit more glue, because that's going to happen. But you can see that that's what it's going to look like. So what I'll do is I'm going to quickly move some space up here. And we'll set him up there. And we'll just make sure that we've got, like, it's in a spot where most of the model is over the base as well. That's kind of important. It's just 1, making sure it's in the middle, and 2, making sure that it's on a contact point that keeps most of the model on the base, which that should be fine. Awesome. So as I said, 2 more to go. And we're working backwards, so we forgot what we were doing as well. So let's do this guy. What's this guy got? This guy's a little more simple. We've got Squig and Rider, and then a little goblin on the shoulder. I think that's the shoulder. Yeah, so sits on the back. No rocket launcher for this guy. So I'm guessing most of this is done. So I'll pop that there. Come over here. So it looks like we've got probably a nice 50-50 line down here. So for this guy, we need 28 and 26. So it looks like we'll be doing this side, and it actually goes this way. So that'd be 28, oh, 28, 26, and 27. So the 3-part body as well. And 26. Alrighty. So this squig seems like he is more organic. So it didn't get the cool bike modifications, so I don't know if that's good or bad. It looks like the modifications would be very painful. Especially because they're done by orcs. Alright. So this will be a bit of a mess, but we'll see. Nice. How the... Oh, I see. God, so that goes in there. That goes in there. So I'm gonna really just hold this down and just hope that we can mitigate as much of the connection as possible. Because I think the other body's going to be like this too, which is a shame, but... that's okay, and that's my light. So we've got the face and tongue. It's 24 and 25. 3. This is another one of those cases where if we can clip all this together at once, we can get everything to line up. So the tongue is supposed to be on a bit of an angle anyway, but I think we can shift it across just a bit. There we go. That doesn't seem to have lined up very well. That's probably better. Just check with your model before you actually start putting pressure on it, so that you're getting the things in the correct spot. We'll just apply some glue on there and get this head in the spot. Nice. That's actually coming on very nicely. Pop him on his future base for the moment. We'll build the Orc Rider. So what do we need? 36, 35. So this one. And then 34 for the head. To be this one. let's glue these two halves together. At least he's very simple to put together. So that'll be the two body parts, and then we can just pop the, while that's drying, we can just clean up the head here. So it kind of makes him look like a Cyclops, but he does have a second eye. That's very cool. And a little bit of a robo leg. I'm gonna glue the panels on the Squeak first before putting him on, because I think they'll just get in the, I think he'll get in the way from trying to glue those on correctly. Oh, and there's a leg to put on as well. Alright, we'll put the leg on, which is 29, which is here. So we've got a he's got a mechanical leg. So not completely bio. There is some mechanics on him. So just pop that down there. And then the jaw bits, which are 30 and 31, which are here. We'll do these bits. It kind of says you can do it all together, but we'll do these bits first, because they're not going to get in the way. Nice. So let's get this leg in first. So just double check. Okay. Just a bit more clean up there. And then that's running down there. There you go. It's got this little mechanical leg there. The jaw. So this is good. So this is actually gonna fit. This actually has a very stable spot to sit in, this side, because it's got a little pin for us there. So we won't have to like shift it around as much as we did the last one. So we'll pin and glue that there. And then we'll guesstimate our glue spot and add glue on this side which should just have those connect. So I'm just putting pressure on the two sides and then just making sure that the middle is glued together. And then that's our little jaw piece done. And then it's just the two little plates, which are 30 and 30, 32 and 33. I think I'll finish this guy, and I'll do the last guy off stream, I think, because it's getting 10, and I want to make sure that we're ready for paint either tomorrow. So that's fine. I mean, we got most of them done. So let's just finish up here. So again, just finding the spot where it feels like it's connected. Is it there or is it higher? It's probably a bit higher actually. Whoops. That's probably makes more sense. I mean, it fit where we had it before, but it's supposed to be shoulder guards, not I don't know what you call it, like the dog bend part of the leg. Because I guess that's what they are, they're just really, like, really weird dogs. Put some glue on this guy. Is that upside down? Yes, yes it is. Oops. So it's going to be a bit messy. Alright. that's how it should be. How did the other way around? So just this part here. So that looks like that's dried pretty well. We'll put some glue on the driver. So he should just pop on like the others. Getting there. So we've got 2 arms and our goblin to make. Oh, and a shoulder pad. Alright. So I'm going to actually cut everything out just so we can get this guy done. So we need 39. Oh, so maybe we do need this. Nice. This one. And the goblin is 43, 42, and 41 for the head. So just cleaning up all these bits, so just being a bit of focus, just to make sure I've got everything here. So there's our arms, and this is our goblin. It's very fiddly, especially the small goblin parts. Alright, so just the head left to go. Glue some of this together. Alright. Hand 1. Just glue in the little recess there. Spear. So it looks like it's overhead spear. So, hand 2. So there's a little divot for where the hand looks like it's hitting the inside of the saddle, and then the rest of the saddle is actually modeled into the fist of the arm. So that should just pop together like that. We have Orc 2 pretty much done. He's got a shoulder pad and then a goblin attached to him in a second. So we'll just lie him arm side down like that. Our goblin is these 2 bits. So those 2 bits like that, which will give us the arm and one arm and one body connected. We'll glue on his other arm, which has what looks like maybe like a grapple hook. Head in there. So just pop him down there. So he'll sit on the back of the squig there. We've got a section of chain to cut out, which is part 40, which is down here. So this is coiled up chain. So I'm guessing maybe these guys leap onto other vehicles and then tear them apart from the outside. He also needs the shoulder pad, which is 30 something. 37. You want here? You are on here. So 37. Which is another like Punisher orc looking shoulder pad. So we can probably glue the shoulder pad on pretty easily. And there's a little divot on here, so we'll use that as our source. Looks like that might go on like that. So that looks pretty cool. We had the same symbol on the big guy. So we've got that going, that consistency going. So I'm glad I chose that for that. And okay, this will be tricky though. So it looks like the goblin. So there's a goblin foot mark right here, and a dent right here. So that's where our goblin's going to stand. It's up a bit. Okay. And then the chain. So he's holding onto a chain that's connected to the orc. So we'll just dab that with a bit of glue there. And then there's another chain. Oh, that I might have needed to glue first. Well, that's not going to move. See if we can get this to fit on. Does this go in here? That's not too bad. So we can pop a bit of glue in here. And then this, some fiddling around, should just go in there. Our goblin's come a bit free, so we'll quickly remove him. Get this chain in spot. I need to see. So according to this, the chain's coming his back. This is confusing. Let's go back. Where did that go? So it's this one here. Model. Chain. It's not there, is it? So that way. Like, is this supposed to be hanging off his belts? Can't tell. I mean, it kind of fits there. Kind of. This other picture. Yeah, I thought this would be quick, but it is not. Ah, okay. It is. He's like that. That's like that. Okay, it goes there. That's weird. Alright. So not where I thought it was going. So it's sitting. That doesn't look right. I don't like when they don't have clear instructions on where things are supposed to go. Okay, that's where it's supposed to go. Or if it's not, that's where it's going. you move. Okay, that's a bit messy, but we did get there in the end. Let's stop leaning on parts that are still gluing. So, we got the chain in place, and we have our goblin in place. So, what we will do is... This guy's only standing on 1 foot. So, we are still missing one. We have our war boss. We have Wheelie. And we have Squiggy. I think that's pretty good for 3 hours work. Appreciate the followers for today, so 2 more, which is fantastic. The raid from before from Twiggy, thank you for that as well. Everyone that participated in the chat, and for those viewers who are just there to have something in the background, thank you. Fingers crossed, feeling good tomorrow, feeling okay today. So we'll see how we go, but if we are good, I will, in the spare time I have in the afternoon before 7:30, I will finish building the last guy. I will find a spot for the gun on the war boss. And I will have hopefully them all undercoated as well, so that we can start painting. And I'll pop that up here as well. You can close this off. But yeah, that's probably one of the longest streams I've done in a little while. And during a time where I probably should be resting. So again, thank you for checking it out, and I will catch you all hopefully tomorrow. Alrighty, thank you.